Not trying to jinx anybody, but let's pretend they get to the AFC Championship game, which they will, or the Super Bowl. Which team scares you the most? Is it Chiefs, Rams, Saints to knock off the Pats? Okay.
The Saints.
How come?
The Saints. Because Drew Brees has that experience. He's been there before. I think adding Des Bryant to an already very powerful offense was a big plus for them. I love the Rams. Jared Goff is a friend. I don't think they're as experienced. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we've got a tough road getting through, whether it be Pittsburgh or the Chargers or the Chiefs. So we got to get there first.
Well, first of all, I always appreciate you being on the show, my brother. Thank you so much, even though your city is winning and New York is losing. That bothers me, but that's a different subject. That's a different subject for another day. What I want to
I'm just happy to be with you and Max, Stephen. That's all.
I appreciate
I'm happy
that.
to see you guys.
What I want to get to is your Boston Celtics. I expected more. I got them going to the finals. I got them going to the finals, Mark. But I did expect more from them than I've seen thus far. I know it's early in the season. I want to know what your expectations are from them coming into the season, and what have you thought of what you've seen thus far from them this year?
I think it's going to take a little while. I know, people are saying, that Hayward probably needs a little bit more time. He should be coming off the bench. He's getting preferential treatment because of, the money he's being paid or because of the name. And that Rozier maybe should be starting. But I think, I think they just got to get out there and create some chemistry. And, it's a long season. So I think, as long as they get, hopefully they'll get the first seed, but they get the first or second seed, I think they're going to be fine.
Mark, I hear some chatter here and there about Kyrie's style, where he's ball dominant, and that may be a problem. I actually see a team with Hayward and these guys. A lot of guys can play well without the ball. The two that need the ball are Kyrie and Tatum to really be effective. But what's your sense about the way Kyrie is playing right now?
Again, I think it's just, they were so good. Everybody was playing, their own game last year, with no pressure. So I think now with having those two guys back, it's just kind of, getting acclimated with one another and everybody kind of figuring out what their new role is. And yeah, Kyrie, he should have the ball in his hand, but I think everybody's just got to kind of figure it out. I think by the time the All-Star break comes, I think they'll be firing on all cylinders. I think they're going on a 10-15 game win streak and be fine.
You think that'll be enough to get by the Raptors if that's who they face in the Eastern Conference Finals? We know obviously they're going to make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously Kawhi is fantastic, but no, I think the Raptors, they always gas out, and I don't think Kawhi is going to be the difference maker. My friend from Canada is giving me a dirty look off camera here, but it just is what it is. It happens every year.
Mark, let me put you on the spot here a little bit. We saw Kyrie Irving look at the Boston Celtics fans a couple of weeks ago, and he said, "Hey, I want to be here for the long term if you'll have me." I interpreted that as meaning, if you'll have me, meaning, are you going to give me those max dollars that I want? Looking at your Boston Celtics team, knowing Rozier is on the squad, Marcus Smart is on the squad, Jaylen Brown is on the squad, Jason Tatum is on the squad, are you an advocate of Boston giving long-term max kind of dollars to somebody like a Kyrie Irving?
It's tough. I mean, coming back from the injury that he had, it's tough. I think you got to kind of see how he responds. I think ACL, MCL, those are very, very bad injuries. So I think it depends on how he kind of recovers and comes back, and if he can perform at that high level. It's going to be tough because obviously there's other free agents out there that are going to be interesting to Boston. Could certainly use another big man. Maybe we get Anthony Davis. Let's not give everybody to the Lakers. But I think it'd be interesting to see, but I think, they played fantastic without those two guys. So I don't think we want to be held hostage by anybody. I don't know if it's necessarily Bill Belichick philosophy, but they're definitely not going to be so quick to stroke the pen, that's for sure.
Instead of calling you Mark Wahlberg, which is your name, by the way, obviously, and tell your brothers I said what's up, I got love for them. Got to ask you this question. I'm going to sit there and call you Mark Ainge. You Mark Ainge, and you have an opportunity to get Anthony Davis. Who would you give up?
Oh, for me personally, I trade everybody in the kitchen sink to get AD. But I think it depends. I think do you give up a Kyrie and somebody else? I think Ainge has been so strategic in what he's doing with the draft picks and everything else. It'd be interesting to see what he does. He's definitely, I think, the best GM out there for sure.
Yeah, I think you could let any two guys go except for Tatum. Tatum has got to be the guy you keep. That guy is something a little bit different. Mark,
Absolutely.
it pains me to ask this question, but it falls on me.
Is this baseball
Boston
related?
has been on quite a sports run recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a softball. It's nauseating me to ask as a New York sports
Then ask
fan.
it and get it over with.
Boston, the center of the sports universe right now, Mark?
It is right now, and people are asking me earlier if I could, win and never win another championship, and who would I want to see win? My son's playing LA City Ducks are in the Super Bowl on Saturday in LA, and that's the victory that we want. But it is, it's amazing how much the city has been winning, and but let's not forget New York has 27 World Series, so I think you guys are doing okay.
Hey, Mark,
That's a gentleman, Mark. I will remember that when New York's on top, and I will show you the same kindness.
Mark,
no one else from Boston.
Well,
Mark,
you
who
got
do
to
you
start paying Carlos Stanton and all those guys.
You ain't
striking out.
Mark, we talked to you about the city of Boston, and obviously I think it's the best sports town in America right now. I think the credentials speak for themselves. But I will ask you this question. Who do you care about winning more? I mean, who stirs it up for you? Is it the Celtics? Is it the Red Sox? Or is it the Patriots?
I think right now it's got to be the Patriots. I mean, they are absolutely on fire. The way they've dominated, I have friends especially that are big Cowboys fans, and they're always like, Cowboys are one season away from being back in it. There's no way. Nobody has dominated the way the Patriots have for the amount of time that they have. And, with salary cap and all that stuff and free agency, to be able to dominate and, do it the Patriots way and the Bill Belichick way, it's been remarkable. It really has. So I think, it's something that probably won't happen for a long time again, and Tom's maybe got a couple more years left in him. And then who knows who's gonna fill those shoes?